I've come today to the cemetery at Manor Park in the East End of London. As you can see, it's a beautiful day for exploring cemeteries. And here, just inside the main entrance, is this memorial, and it's to first class boy John Travers Cornwell, VC, Victoria Cross, born 1900, and he died in 1916 at the Battle of Jutland. Quite an achievement at age 16 to receive the Victoria Cross. A distinctive design of stones here. These are modern ones. 1999, I see the date on the bottom. And this is to various members of the Small family. The entrance we've come in, the one nearest the Manor Park railway station, seems to be where all the modern graves are. This cemetery was opened in 1875, so there will be some older ones further down. Some war graves here. This one is to J.O. Davies, Royal Army Service Corps, who died in 1917. And close by is one from the Second World War. Again, it's the Royal Army Service Corps, and this is J.A. Philpott. He died in 1947, just after the Second World War had finished. Larger memorial here. On the top we have this angel. And further down we have the inscription to Susan Lansdowne, who died in 1920. And at the bottom we have the two hands clasping together. I'm seeing a number of these war graves mixed in with the general cemetery. This one is J.T. Knowles of the Royal Army Medical Corps, and he died in 1918, aged just 24. And just in front is the stones here in loving memory of Mum Eliza Knowles and Dad James W. Knowles. A rather forlorn looking angel here, head turned to one side, clasping flowers in both hands. And the family name here is Alano. James Alano, Mary Ann Alano. I'll show you this one because it's very distinctive. It has the heart with the arrow going through it and the name Billy, and at the top is the portrait of Billy. And if we come down to the inscription, we have William George Jones, tragically killed in 1973, aged 13 years and 8 months. There is a story behind that. It's a very cosmopolitan area, as you can see by the inscription on this stone. And right alongside it is another inscription from another nationality, Maria Conchetta. Some elaborate carving on this one. This one is in loving memory of our brother Henry Peck. He made barren places flower. And the inscription at the bottom here, for when the one great scorer comes to write against your name, he writes not that you won or lost, but how you played the game. This grave here is to William Nesbitt, and this is the first interment made in this cemetery in 1875. He was just 19 years old when he was buried. It seems quite a strange position to be for the first grave, because you would have been in the middle of a large open space. It's surrounded by graves now. But I just wonder why they happened to choose that position. It's not near anything else particularly. Anyway, he was the first interment here in 1875. Just ahead of us is the war memorial to those of the men and women of this area who died in the two wars. And inside the memorial are these metal plaques with the names of so many people who gave their lives in those wars. I show you just one plaque taken at random. This is plaque number 3, and you can see the names as we go down there. And this is plaque number 9, and the names again. Most of them have ages. You see age 31, 25, 29, 19, 31, as we run down the list of names. This one here, very elaborate and beautifully cared for, with all the spring bulbs coming up now. Very picturesque. This one here is to Gerald Pinner, who died in 1997, and clearly a space on the right hand side for somebody else who presumably is not ready to go yet. Somewhere in this graveyard is buried Annie Chapman, who was one of the victims of Jack the Ripper. There is no grave as such for her. She was buried in a communal grave along with 12 people. There is a plaque somewhere, but where she's actually buried is not defined. But Annie Chapman, one of the Ripper's victims, is buried here in Manor Park. Some of the larger graves: Whitmore, Parish, Paris, Bibby. This angel is a different pose from usual, and the grave is to the McQueen family. And here near the main entrance we have a whole row of crosses with angels. No connection between them, it's just a row of similar styled graves. We've got Peskett, Jones, Wheeler, can't quite get that one up there, and so on all the way down this row. Just opposite we have the mausoleum of Thomas John Searle of Wellclose Square. There's a very elaborate one here. It's to William George Chandler, who passed away in 1925, age 37. And a few more of the tall and elaborate ones. The first one is Alice Maud Wilson, and then across to Thomas Ralph and Olivia Ralph. And although the sun is working against the camera here, I had to show you this one of a mournful looking lady draped across a stone. And down below we have William H.T. Hayhoe. Just inside the entrance we have this memorial stone with the image of a young boy, and the inscription beneath reads, "In loving memory of John Clinton, the little hero who died trying to save a companion from drowning, aged 10 years. There is a lot to see in this cemetery. You could spend quite some time exploring these memorials. Apologise for the background noise, it's some sort of generator running. And of course you can also hear the trains. But very pleasant, very lovely graveyard. Till the next time.